Hey everybody, it's April. I was out and about today, so I'm planking at the yoga studio. It might be a little echoey. But I want to talk about today how you can make plank feel not so boring. I think a lot of times that's an excuse people use for not planking, is they say it's boring, and it does not have to be. So we're going to start on hands, and then we're going to switch it around a little bit. So you're starting on hands, start in table, pull your shoulders down your back, then lift your upper back, lift your chest, pull in your belly, come up on your toes, shift your weight forward slightly. The timer has begun. But once you're in your plank, you want to do everything again. So we're pressing into the floor again, separating your shoulders, activate your glutes, tighten up your abs, press your heels back. Everything is engaged. So already it's not boring. We're being sort of active. We may not be moving around, but we're actively engaging. So you're pressing to the floor again. Just keep doing it. Separate your shoulders again, broadening your upper back. Pull in your belly. Pretend like somebody's punched you in the stomach. That's how much you're engaging your abdominal muscles. And then tighten up your glutes again. I confess, as I keep holding my plank, I kind of let go with the glutes. So you want to make sure you're engaging, pressing heels back. So you're up on your toes, but you're really working your legs. And so that's another way to think about how it's not boring, is that you're engaging. Okay, we're at a minute. So I'm gonna switch to my forearms. And switching around is another way that you can make it less boring. So press into the floor. Every time you switch, you want to come back to that good plank. Press into the floor, separate your shoulders, pull in your belly, tighten up your glutes, press your heels back. So, if you do switch around, it's okay to do that. I had somebody who messaged me one day and said, I didn't realize I could change around. Yes, you can. Just don't be doing that all the time. So, my guideline is you could do it on the 30-second mark and the minute mark. I actually don't switch usually until the minute mark. I like to hold for a minute wherever I am. And then if you do switch, make sure you do it, you get into it quickly, but into a nice strong plank again. Okay, so we're coming up on 2 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to side plank. Switching to side plank, I think it's my favorite. And I think that makes it way less boring moving into side plank. So you're lifting your hips, pressing your bottom hand into the floor, reaching your top arm to the sky. You got it going on when you're doing side plank. Working your obliques, which helps with your nice posture, also helps tone up your waistline. It's so good. Oh, we're at 2:30. I'm going to switch sides, and I'm going to flip my hair a little bit. Make sure if you're stacking your feet, press the sole of your bottom foot toward the floor, because you don't want to collapse into that bottom ankle bone. You could also bring your top foot in front of you. That's going to help with your balance if you need it while you're doing your side plank. So we're coming up on 3 minutes. And so I'm going to stay on my hands, but I'm going to lift a leg. So that's something else you can do to add a little. I think it's psychological that if you do something different every 30 seconds or every minute, it gives you something to look forward to. It also makes you feel like you're not holding quite as long, although you are, but it's a way to, a lot of it's mental. You have to talk yourself through it. And that's one reason why it is okay to switch around. So now I'm just switching legs. And, the other things I encourage people, I can't play music while I'm doing this, because if I post it on Facebook, it'll be flagged. But I would encourage you to play some kind of good music that you really like. Another thing that makes it less boring is planking with someone. That helps a lot. It gives you someone to talk to. It helps hold you accountable. So we're at 4 minutes. So another one I like to do that helps make it not so boring, but it is a little bit harder, is I think they're an elevator plank. And so we're just going to go down, down, and then we're going to come back up, up, up. And we're going to do that again. We're going to go down, down, switch arms, and then up, up. So maybe you do that a few times. We're gonna do it again. Down, down, and then up, up. And we're at 4:30 already. You know, look at us. We're just clipping along. And we're gonna do it again. Down, down, up, up. So, you know, other things you can do side plank on your forearms, which, you know what? I'll just go ahead and bust one out here. So we're gonna do a side plank here on our forearms. I'll hold this for a few seconds and then I'll switch because we're already almost at 5 minutes. Isn't that exciting? Okay, so I'm gonna switch, flip my hair again. I got hair in my mouth, lifting my hips. I just can see my stopwatch. And oh, we're already at 5:05. So I'm gonna come back. I'm just gonna finish on my forearms. If you had to come down on your knees, that's okay. Maybe you come back up again. And now we're already at 5:15. Oh my gosh, it just goes so fast. So see, that wasn't boring, was it? I thought it was pretty exciting. So you can look for ways to make your plank less boring. But think about the other thing is you're really strengthening your body, your abs, everything in your whole body is being strengthened. It's also a mood booster. Okay, so have a great day and keep planking. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks.